Dan Moskal here, and in this video we're going to do a WordPress tutorial. This is really for super beginners, folks like my mom, Jolie Moskal, who has a local mental health therapy practice. And we've gone through and revamped her website, and we're still halfway through it, so please don't judge us on the cosmetic appearance. But let me point out too, it is Friday night, 11:30, and we are working for our mom. So she has a mental health therapy business here, and one of the things she likes and she does for fun is Bible studies. She is married to a minister for 30 years, and this is something that's important to her. And she has four Bible studies about the book of Daniel, and she wants to add some more. And we're just going to look at how to do this kind of as a total newbie, and then also as like in an SEO friendly way. So even if you don't know much about SEO, there's just some small, simple basics. Sorry, I'm trying to go to the just the dashboard. Here we go. There's just some simple basics to following with SEO, and to get more, visit danmoskaluniversity.com. I created a free report, giving it to you free. It's the SEO training manual, the 7 golden steps to shower in search engine traffic, and 25 pages. It's very useful information, especially if you're a newbie and aren't familiar with how to do this and you want to get listed in the search engines and get free traffic. So what we're going to do, newbie, first thing to do, and mom, after you log in, go over here to posts, click add new post. If you want to see a list of your posts, you can see it by just clicking on the posts, but we want to click add new post. Now what we're going to do, just for this example, we're doing work for her site, so we're just going to take this information, we're going to paste it in, and we're actually going to look at a draft that I've done. But here's the title. Here's your website content. Type it in. We're going to get to these one by one as we look at the draft. This is the important factor here. This is what actually shows up in the search engines for your website. Let me just go ahead and pull you over. Let's just preview this quickly, and then let's look at the draft version. So this is a draft of what we just did right here. So let's go back to these posts, and here's the draft I was just working on. So we haven't even put the title in, and I think that's why we had it as an example. So this is the fourth lesson, but we're talking about the 6 chapters of the book of Daniel, the first 6 chapters. Bear with me for a moment. So next we're going to go through Daniel's chapters 5 and 6. So this is Daniel's chapters 5 and 6. And the reason I wanted to point that out is we are going to go ahead and we're going to say Daniel Bible Study. And we used check out some other YouTube videos here to pick the best keyword and keyword target these things. It's using a keyword research free keyword planner with the Google AdWords account. If you go and grab the free report, the 7 golden steps to shower in search engine traffic, I literally lay it out in probably more detail than you really want to know about what I do when I'm doing my stuff. I've been doing it on 2006. So alright, so Daniel Bible Study, but we already have 3 pages that are titled similar to Daniel Bible Study. So what we're going to do is we're going to say Daniel Bible Study. We're going to say hyphen chapters 5 and 6. Now this right here is what's going to show up in Google in this blue section right here. So we're going to do that, and we could put that in here. You know, we'll go ahead and do that. Chapters 5 and 6. Now here's a key thing that I want to point out to you. You don't have to have the same thing in here, by the way, but your URL, we're going to edit this. We're going to say, and this is important just with regards, it's one more indicator and sign to the search engines about what your page is about and the content that's on your page, what you're writing about. We're going to say, and then we're just going to say chapter 5. Now this right here, this URL, is what shows up right here in green in the search engines. And the other quick thing I wanted to point out, so specifically to my mom, as she adds the next, say her next entry is chapter 7 and 8, or chapter 7, or, you know, you need to be careful because we already have pages on here. As she has 10 lessons on here, or 10 things, we already have, we have Daniel Bible Studies as lesson 3, and then lesson 2 we have Book of Daniel Bible Study, which was keyword rich using the keyword search term, and then we also have Daniel Bible Study. So you have to be careful, because if we use the same URL, we'd just replace this page, Daniel Bible Study. Like if we picked that, we'd just totally erase our work. Like we'd replace this with the new page. So make sure that your URL is unique. Over here is the categories. Talk to me or leave a comment or something below. We've created a category online Bible study, and our website's not even showing it all totally properly because we're still working on it. Check back on a future video here and you can see it totally completed, at least up to where we'll be. But check online Bibles. Check one category. Make sure you don't check like 5 of them. Check one category under every circumstance I've seen. This right here is your meta description. Your meta description is this section right here of what is written underneath about your website. So this full little thing, your title, your headline, your URL, and then your meta description, think of it in the sense that it's a bit of an advertisement. And the more people that click on your website and say, oh yeah, they got what I want, that is looked at by the search engines and will help your rankings. There's quite a number of other things, and we'll go ahead and just show you an example while we're doing this. And if you're curious what website, the stuff with this, it's Genesis Frameworks with the news theme. So we're going to say chapters 5 and 6 in the book of Daniel Bible Study, online Bible Study, book of Daniel, online Bible Study, chapters 5 and 6 in the book of Daniel, online Bible Study. Let us review in detail for a clearer understanding. There's you you want to try and compel and interest people with both your headline and your description, because you want people to click on your website. You want your website to be a little bit better than the next website and a little bit better than the other websites. And the better your headline, I'm going to go ahead and call it an advertisement, the better your, it's really a snippet, but the better your snippet advertisement, the better your chances are and the more likely you are to get traffic and move up in the the search engines. SEO is a progressive thing. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's not like going out and buying advertising, which, you know, for something in this industry might be, it looks like it's dirt cheap. I don't think there's any advertisers. No, I think you could advertise on this for like nickel clicks. There's very few markets you can do that anymore. But the other thing we're going to do right here is we're going to say Book of Daniel, and we're going to link over to our, you want to do some inbound links, because the Book of Daniel, by using that word and linking it, we are doing a hyperlink, and it's an internal link, and that's all links to other pages on your website. And the way the search engines look at this, when you link with the Book of Daniel, those 3 words, let me just go ahead and show you all the way through, because it's only going to take 30 more seconds. So Jolie Moskal has a mental health therapy practice, counseling. For more online Bible studies with Jolie Moskal, a therapist in the Columbia, South Carolina. Sign up for her newsletter. And we haven't, and we're going to do that here Sunday. We're going to finish all this stuff up. Make sure we put a lead collector in, kind of like this, so people can sign up for her newsletter. Like I said, we're half undressed with this website. It's a bit of a project, like everything, but it's worth it, because she's already shooting up in the search engines, and I'm going to show you. I haven't even really been tracking it, but this is what this is how she earns her living, you know, as a mental health counselor and a mental health therapist. And even though this page is for national stuff, this is from Jolie Moskal. Let's help. It's on her website. And it's not totally related to therapy, but, you know, Jolie Moskal doesn't need to have 6 different websites that she doesn't respectfully know how to use. Like, this is relevant information. I'm almost positive she has clients that want this information from her. I know she has local people that come and visit her office to get this information. But these internal links are hugely important, and some of the best things you can do when it comes to search engine optimization with good anchor text. And the anchor text are just the actual words that we're using. So we're going to go ahead and publish this and just review it. You can save it at any point. You may want to save it if you spend a long time writing it, but let's go ahead and hit publish. Boom, here's our website. So you see this, we're currently on Daniel Bible Study Chapter 5. This takes us over to, this is the page that we really want to, this is kind of our #1 Daniel Bible study. I think it's the lesson 1 too, but we're voting for ourselves. We're telling the search engines that when people search Book of Daniel in the search engines, that this other page this page, Daniel Bible Study Online Guidebook with Jolie, should show up. That's what we're saying to the search engines. Same thing is true down here with this bottom internal link. Therapist in Columbia, South Carolina. So we want her, joliemoskal.com, to show up when people type into Google and the other search engines, therapist in Columbia, South Carolina. And let me just be careful with the URL. Make sure you have a unique URL. Put hyphens in between the words you use, and I would encourage you to make sure that it's somewhat keyword rich, like with this one, even though it's all the same. Just, make sure it's unique. Spend a second and just, it's a small thing, but it helps. That's your headline. This is your actual search snippet headline. I typically will keep them exactly the same. You do what you think's best, and then that's the meta description. Headline, URL, meta description. Think of it as an advertisement. You want more clicks, more people to visit. So that's it. Check out some other YouTube videos here and check back with us, especially after Sunday, because we are really going to clean this all up and make it nice and pretty and make my mom very happy. This is Dan Moskal. Please visit danmoskaluniversity.com. Sign up for this totally free report, SEO Training Manual, 7 Golden Steps to Shower in Search Engine Traffic, full 25 pages. And again, that's Dan Moskal University. You can also find my books over at Amazon. And please comment below if you have any specific questions or would like me to cover something or have any feedback. And have a great day.